What's your take on Shedeur Sanders night?
I believe he's in play at 3. I don't know if they're going to take him, but I believe he's in play. And he should be in play because if you're the Giants and you need a quarterback, and this is a quarterback who is worthy of going in the first round, and there are definitely people who believe he's a franchise quarterback. Not everyone, definitely people. Then there is sort of some wisdom to be like, just take him. Whatever you think, just take him. And quarterbacks have been overdrafted for years, and some pan out and some do not. So, like, we saw 2 last year. You know, Nix and Penix probably went earlier than almost anybody had them, and both, I think, are going to be really good. So, I believe Shedeur is in play at 3. If he's not taken at 3, then it gets really interesting. And then it, you know, threatens to, or not threatens because it'd be interesting, but take over the draft like Johnny Manziel did, where, like, every pick, you're like, is this where Shedeur's going to go? And then it's like when you get to the Steelers, or someone going to try to trade up over the Steelers, and it's like, who is that? Who would come all the way up? Or is it a team that has a quarterback right now but might need one eventually? Rams, Seahawks, someone like that. Like, that's where it gets really crazy.
And that would be the belief that Pittsburgh would take him if he's there at 21. What's your reporting on that?
I mean, I believe he's in play at Pittsburgh. I don't know that he's definitely going to be the pick. Because if you're Pittsburgh and you think there's a reasonable chance Aaron Rodgers is coming, and you don't think Shedeur is a first-round quarterback, you probably don't take him. The other thing is, you know, and there's like a little bit of a kind of a backstop here, because if you don't come out of the first round with a quarterback, if you're one of those teams, you're the Giants, the Browns, the Steelers, whoever, there's going to be a pretty decent clump of quarterbacks probably early in the second round that are just there, and you could pick one you like.
If you think Rodgers is coming, don't you use the 21st overall selection on going all in on Rodgers in his final year? Certainly, if you only have a 1-year deal on the table for him, as opposed to maybe setting up for the future.
They might, but if it was me, I would always take a quarterback.
Why is that? Just because?
Historically, like, if you view a quarterback to be, you know, if the value fits with a pick,
yes,
you're never going to be like, oh man, I got too many of these quarterbacks. Like, what am I going to do? Like, it always works out. You can trade one, you can trade the other guy. Like, nothing's more important than the quarterback. So that's why, like, I got so much stuff last year for kind of standing up for the Falcons pick of Michael Penix, and I still think that was one of the best picks in recent years. Because they have a guy. If they were going into this year without a quarterback, it would be very challenging.
Can you imagine what the Browns' conversation would be like if Myles Garrett was still holding out? It would be insane right now. That would be the dominant conversation of.
They did a nice job getting that done and making him happy, and like that's probably what should have happened. Like, I think that's the right call.
Was it about money all along? Be careful, because I'm a very glass half full guy. I'm an optimist, and this man has made me a cynic. So I'm very sensitive.
Here's what I would say. He got a great deal from the Browns. He would have gotten a huge deal anywhere. He is one of the best players in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
And he is in his prime. So I don't believe it was about the money. I just think it's like, you know, it's so hard at the end of a long season where you just suck. Everyone sucks. The whole team sucked. The team was terrible. Everything in life just sucks.
Right.
And it's like, if you've ever been a B reporter and you walk around a locker room in week like 15 and the team sucks, like, it's awful. Everyone hates everyone. It's terrible. And so to make a decision like that, like, I think he was feeling some sort of way. I think the Browns did a good job reeling him back in, and I think this was the right outcome.
Okay, so you're saying the first surprise could be second overall pick is in play. Jacksonville could come up to go get him. It's entirely possible that Shedeur goes 3. If he doesn't, that could be a long night for Shedeur. It'll be a night where, you know, we're sitting there on the draft set, us in the back of the draft, if you will, area. You're up front.
You warm, me cold.
And I'm... But you can warm yourself by the burning phone that you've got going on right now about what's going on with Shedeur.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.